7 escaped inmates. There is a manhunt underway at this hour. We have a brand new statement in from the Attorney General of Louisiana. She says, quote, someone clearly dropped the ball and there is no excuse for this. I'm in communication with Troop NOLA and the LA State Police, Louisiana State Police Superintendent, Colonel Hodges. It's all hands on deck. The first priority in any escape must be the immediate capture of the inmates in coordination with state and local law enforcement. But that effort cannot come at the expense of timely notification to the public, which is also critical to keeping communities safe. My office will do whatever it takes to determine how this happened and make sure that it won't happen again. I'm calling on a full investigation. This is beyond unacceptable. And once these offenders are back in custody, there must be real accountability. John, this, as we have more brand new information, that they do not have 2 of those back in custody. We were reporting, per their statement, that they had caught 2 and put back into jail 2 of these escaped inmates. They are now issuing a correction from the sheriff's office that only 1 inmate has been captured. There are 10 still on the run.
The terrible 10 still on the run.
In the French Quarter, had not gotten that far. No idea where all of the other inmates stayed in the city, or if they're trying to get out of the city. There's lots of places to hide in Louisiana. There's no question about that. But full-scale press, manhunt underway to try to get these inmates back. Because as you pointed out, Sandra, some of them are very dangerous. We don't know if they've managed to arm themselves since their escape, and you can bet, given what they were in jail for, that they are people that you don't want to encounter.
Okay, so a little more information here from the sheriff's office on the 1 captured inmate, Kendall Miles, currently back in custody. He's being rebooked to the facility for a new charge of what they're calling simple escape. The deputies found him hiding underneath a car at a local hotel on Royal Street. He was in a parking garage at the hotel, John. He was then transported back to the jail by the Louisiana State Police. The remaining individuals are still being actively pursued, and our deputies, in collaboration with local and state law enforcement, are working tirelessly to locate and return them to custody. The sheriff's office also says there will be a briefing top of the hour, about 16 minutes from now, in front of the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. That obviously will be a moment where we hope to get more information on the search for these inmates, John.
All right, we'll look forward to that coming up in the minutes ahead.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube.
The terrible 10 on the loose tonight. Can I do my other one? No, not really. You know what? I can do that one though, but I can't do. If I could only do the other side. What a time that would be. Where would I go if I were them? Oh. I wouldn't go to New Orleans, even though they're all, I would assume, from in and around there, Lake Pontchartrain. Going to New Orleans would be stupid, like the guy who got caught in the French Quarter. That's dumb. It's like, would it be smarter going to Houston, Texas, entering Texas? It's kind of like the best thing you could do, but it's kind of like the stupidest thing you could do too. So it could be both those things at the same time. Because there's a significant African American community here. There's a significant underworld in Houston. So, there's a significant urban population in Houston, Texas. So it might be easier to blend into a big city, and kind of disappear in plain sight. So, yeah. I mean, that goes for any city, but also Houston. But there's a deadly heat wave in Texas right now, so yeah, they'd have to find water and food and resources.
Orleans Parish Sheriff's custody this morning.
Oh, here's something else.
Manhunt going on involving, she said, state, local, and federal.
Does she look good?
To try and get these people back into custody. Many of the people that she just ticked off right
big
there.
Ears and the nose looks like, I don't know about that.
Very important. She said, do not approach them in the community if you do happen to see them. And right now here in
nice red hair though, which is and lipstick application A+ right there.
We do have two crews who are at the scene there.
The green and gold coordination with the gold earrings, just legendary. What about this chick? Eleanor.
Well, like you just mentioned,
Ta-boom.
11 inmates, according to the sheriff, escaped, and we're hearing that they are
What?
dangerous. Now, I am here with Mike Pearlstein.
Australian?
Covering crime
What? In New
When was the
Orleans?
last time you saw an escape of this magnitude and this many
But I Mike Crockett.
Mass escape, you really have to go back to 2000.
Nice tits. Look at those plump breasts right there.
Anything on this magnitude.
Plump.
And that was obviously a chaotic situation with this building flooded.
Nice tits, by the way.
A modern day high number of escapees. This is a mass escape, and I'm told by people on the inside that this was from an area of the prison where they house among the most dangerous suspects. All of the 11 who were named are awaiting trial for violent crimes. The alert is at the absolute highest. There are going to be some very serious questions raised about how the sheriff's office discovered this at 8:30 with a bed count, but did not alert the public until just now, 11 o'clock. And I can tell you that those questions are going to extend to when they notify the New Orleans Police Department, which, as we know, has far greater resources. So right now, the biggest priority...
Man, I wish it was the 80s again. Fuck.
Enlisting the help of the New Orleans Police Department and all other federal and state assets. I assume the U.S. Marshals are going to get involved rather quickly. As we saw from the press briefing by Sheriff Hudson and her top officials, they did not take questions. They were pretty scant on the details.
Okay, show the boobies again.
But here's
What's going on here?
That they discovered this at 8:30. That does not mean that the escape.
That big mama cop down there. Oh,
Probably.
she had a big ass, huh? I'm gonna join the police. Fuck.
Now,
This is some big ass mamas in the force. Whoo. Yeah.
Where they escaped, we're still waiting for the details on exactly the mechanism that was used.
The mechanism. This boy went to college. Oh shit.
The worst escapes in the history of the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office.
He's dangerous with his vocabulary.
Delay in notifying the public. We heard the sheriff and her people tell us that these people are armed and dangerous. As citizens of New Orleans,
Would you put a shrimp on the barbie for me, mate? Or not?
To tell the public. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's always great sensitivity about the notification of escapes. On the one hand, you want to get all the facts and obviously a head count.
The facts. He's like, we gotta get the facts. Where's he from? California or something? What the hell? Smoked too much weed back in the 60s or something. Too much ganja.
About notification and maybe why the public wasn't notified earlier. And I'm hearing from people inside the NOPD that they were not notified immediately. They obviously are the bigger police.
Or he's gay.
Scattered throughout
Or both.
the city in all the districts who apparently were not notified immediately. Now, I don't know inside the jail with...
Man, this is a long interview here. 4WWL is Louisiana, I would presume. 4WWLS.
Considered among the most
Hard-hitting, big-titty Australian news in Louisiana for some reason.
The sheriff was very clear in sending a message that anyone caught aiding and abetting any of these escapees will also be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
I don't know, NOPD is having a press conference shortly. You mentioned why they weren't called in to help. Previously, if there's ever been an escape that you've covered, how do police agencies assist, the sheriff's department or in jail escapes?
Well, normally it's basically, an all-points bulletin to any and all law enforcement. All the eyes and ears on the ground are absolutely needed. Hey, we've seen some escapes
of a single individual, maybe during transport, and in that instance, there might be some reasoning to keep it quiet while you stake out a single suspect's family member's home.
Yeah.
This is 11 of the most dangerous suspects being held in this jail. And I think that given the...
They're gonna go home to mama's house and get some chillin'. Get the fried chicken. Oh.
Police department,
Yeah.
why they were not notified earlier, but we are...
Go home and get some Popeyes. Mama's home fried. Oh.
Shortly as to their role, and I can tell you that their role is going to be
Ooh.
substantial along with other law
All right.
enforcement agencies.
Then go home and get some Cajun.
Serious suspects described as potentially armed and dangerous. We know they're being held for trial, accused of violent crimes, are on the loose in the city, and the longer the time passes, the greater the chances for them to leave the area, to find some hiding place, leave the jurisdiction.
They're coming to Houston. Sorry, my fellow Houston Texans, but
This jail is relatively modern.
they're coming here.
11 people get out.
Maybe not.
This
But
entire enclosure over the big razor wire and get out into
razor wire. That's some nice Australian accent right there. The wire.
Reference back to Hurricane Katrina when this jail was not in existence. The escapes during that chaotic period, whereas floodwaters were rising in...
There's Big Mama coming back, patrolling, dog.
So they had to swim out of there just to save their life and, risk drowning. This is a new jail. This would be by far the largest escape from this relatively new facility. So exactly
it's new?
how this happened,
what?
The mechanism of the escape, where were the guards?
The mechanism. Dude, this guy is big, smart. Whoa. His education is profound. The mechanisms.
Besides what she stated that this was discovered at 8:30, I think it's important to know when they think the actual escape occurred. I think the 8:30 was the head count when they discovered that.
And also, don't do drugs as much weed as I smoked in college. Bye.
Keep you updated with what's going to happen. The continued details you will find on our app. Are reporting live out the front of the Orleans Parish Jail. Eleanor Tabone, WWL, Louisiana.
All right, that's a great primer. Thanks so much, Eleanor.
Good eye.
Of course, we're continuing to wait for the NOP to make a statement as
Love
well.
it.
Obviously, they are intimately involved in this search. And
this is like the most fun lady in the world.
As we have 11
yeah, right.
Many of them.
Oh, dude, it's a Navy commercial? No, it's warships. Yeah. I'm going to download that right now. No, I'm just joking.
Held on violent offenses who have escaped from the Orleans Justice Center this morning. Now, I believe we're going to have Helena Moreno, who is a city council member. She has been a leader on the council, obviously a candidate for mayor as well. She's going to be joining us by phone shortly to answer any questions that we might have about the situation, what's going on as we wait to hear from the NOPD.
NOPD, New Orleans Police Department.
So as soon as that begins,
Nolans,
Cajun. We will bring that to you. So, we are, again, waiting to hear from several city officials about what is happening on the ground as this search is underway for these 11 inmates. Now, Helena Moreno is joining us by phone at this hour. It is 11:32. Helena, thanks so much for being with us. Hey, good to be with you, Kate.
Hey.
Can you tell
Hey,
us
girl.
about how this happened and what's happening right now?
So I'll tell you this, I'm actually in the downtown area right now, about to go and...
Oh, I bet you're in the downtown area. Oh, yeah. That's my favorite area. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's almost time for the update, though. It's time for the update. Yeah. Let's do the magical technology. Dun, dun, dun.
So she's still looking. So much good comes to garden. And I spend a day in my garden nurturing.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Dorito Bowl.